Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
This is the Art Vigil Show.
Art Vigil. Welcome to the Art Vigil Show!
Let's face it, this is not the worst thing you've caught me doing.
Undefeated out loud, baby. Everything is alright, baby. We on the road to riches, and you ain't getting no ride, baby.
Welcome to the Art Vigil Show. This is the third day in a row. I'm excited. I have Chris Larkin with me. He was with us on Tuesday nights. We're excited to have him back. But before we get into the show, I want to give my condolences to the victims and the family members of last night's horrific tragedy of the American Airlines and the Black Hawk helicopter colliding somewhere over by Washington, D.C. I also want to thank the first responders and the people helping the families get through this tragedy. I want them to know that we are thinking about them, praying for them. And Larkin, do you have anything you want to add?
Nope. I think you summed it up pretty well. Being a fellow Bostonians, there were 6 lives lost from the Boston area skaters that had Olympic hopes and dreams, and my thoughts and prayers go out to their families as well.
All right. So with a heavy heart, we're going to proceed with the show. We have a couple of topics that we want to talk about. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have heard about the second generation of Deshaun Watson today. Justin Tucker. And I didn't make this up, but I saw it over social media that his nickname now is Justin Tugger, which I think is pretty funny.
Ooh.
I didn't make that up. So, yeah, that's not bad.
It's too soon. It's too soon.
Go ahead.
It's too soon. That's too soon. Although I heard the Browns were looking into trading for him so they
well, that explains. No, he'll definitely get a guaranteed contract.
Absolutely. Yep.
I don't think it'll be $269 million, but
yeah, him and Deshaun
can, $20 million.
Him and Deshaun can compare notes, and it's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
So hold on, let me share my screen. This is from, I believe, The Score. Where are we at? Here we go. All right, from The Score, Ravens Tucker accused of inappropriate sexual behavior by massage therapist. Again, innocent to proven guilty. Mm-hmm. There were 6 female masseuses, that are part of this indictment. What is it with these guys? Football players. I guess I can't speak for all football players.
Yeah, that's a very graphic. That's a pretty graphic. He's exposing his genitals. Yep, and leaving ejaculate on the table. Well, it's a tip. I mean, there's something behind.
You think he made that joke? Just the tip, baby. Just the tip.
Yeah. Didn't go wide right.
Although he didn't have a great kicking season, he was maybe that he was under the pressure. He knew this was coming out. I mean, he missed a lot of kicks, the most kicks I think he's ever missed in a season.
Well, yeah, he was the money man. He was statistically one of the best kickers out there. And then he just got the yips, if you will. The Ray Finkel yips. So
well, you would think getting these massages would calm him down, relax him. He'd be able to kick the ball better, but apparently not.
Well, I mean, if there's anything to learn from this, I mean, you got the Notre Dame kicker, Mitch Jeter, had a torn hamstring or blown up hamstring. His dad's a chiropractor, and using chiropractic methods was able to get him back to the kicker that he once was. So maybe massage is not the way to go. Chiropractor is the way to go, and it seems a heck of a lot safer. I don't know, just throwing that out there.
Well, to be fair, he did say this is false. This never happened.
Of course.
Although, this is going to go. This is I think, to be fair, and unfortunately, this is going to be pretty good content for us to kind of talk about.
The, the
Somebody
jokes
else.
are the jokes are everywhere. The jokes
No,
are
they
built
are.
in. Uh-huh.
Well, apparently they were all over the bed when he before he left too.
What, the jokes? Okay, never mind. I was gonna say I don't want to blow our load
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
jokes,
I'm
but
talking about jokes.
okay,
Not talking about the jokes here.
okay, yep, and yeah,
How
Justin,
many?
just kidding, buddy.
Deshaun Watson. I always want to call him Jackson. I don't know why. Deshaun Watson. He had 22 people come out against him, if I remember
It
correctly.
might have been more than that, but I think he settled with a couple of them, so I think it was under 20 that actually came after him. But yeah, there's a lot.
Gotcha.
It's a lot. It's too many. One's too many. So
No,
just
I agree. I agree with that 100%. 100%. What do you think? The NFL is going to have to investigate.
absolutely,
They're going
absolutely, and I mean, now's the time to do it. I mean, everyone's focused on the Super Bowl and the Pro Bowl, so you can do all your investigations, and no one's really going to care about it. Maybe get it swept under the bed during Super Bowl. That's what he would like him
yeah,
for.
I don't. This is too good of content. ESPN and they're going to talk about it the whole time.
Absolutely.
And he's going to have to get suspended 2 games, 4 games, even if just because of the accusations.
Accusation. Yeah. Well, if Brady got 4 games for deflated balls, I mean, this kid's got to have something comparable to that, So, but
Yeah, I think Deshaun got 9 games or 11. Yeah, I think
Deshaun
originally
got
it was
9.
11 games, and then it came back to 9, if I remember straight.
Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, they'll be looking for a kicker
Yeah, I mean
for half the season at least.
Well, I mean, at this point, they probably should just let him go. I mean, I don't see why you would want that around your football team.
Unless he's innocent.
Well, that they're gonna have to go. Well, my guess is he'll try to settle, just like Deshaun. I don't think he'll take this to court. Again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't play one. I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night.
No, yeah.
Not a TV lawyer. But you would think because of the suspension and his players kicking last year, they're gonna have to bring somebody else in.
Yeah, at least short term until if his name gets cleared, then he can bring him back. But yeah.
All right, I think we might have taken this one a bit as long as we can, where it is today. But hopefully it's not true. But if it is, I hope he gets what he deserves.
I agree.
All righty. Next topic. What are we doing here? We are doing Josh Allen's right broken hand. Did you know about this?
I knew for the last couple of weeks he'd been having. I remember them talking about it a lot in the games. Him walking off, shaking his hand. The fact that it's his right hand is a little concerning,
right?
But no, I don't remember anything ever coming out about any injuries at all to his hand. I just remember him shaking a lot. But no, this is if he was playing with it against Kansas City, and still played that well, then that's pretty impressive.
That's pretty impressive. I agree.
You know what I mean? It's his throwing hand, and to have a broken. Yeah, that.
Well,
he's a tough bastard.
What I read, and I can bring up the article because I have it available. What I read was that it happened on the tush push from 1 for 2 at the end of the first half. So the second half is when he I meant to look up the stats between the first and second half, but I don't remember there being that much of a difference of how he played.
No, me neither. He still played a great game. I got my dog. One of my dogs in the office. Ember, get out of here. Get out of here. Damn it.
Well, here, I'll give a little transition.
There you go.
All right.
Uh-huh.
So he's not going to play in the Pro Bowl.
No.
Which is that was going to be one of the topics I want to talk about today, because the Pro Bowl has become a joke. Like, it's ridiculous. Drake May is a Pro Bowler. Seriously, this reminds me of something.
No,
Mac
don't say it.
Jones.
Don't say it.
Mac Jones.
At least
his
Mac Jones
rookie
won.
year was a
No,
Pro Bowler.
Mac
He was
Jones,
an
but
alternative Pro Bowler.
yeah, but he played the whole season. Drake May won one game as a
Yeah,
starter.
that's why
So
it's a
this
joke.
has nothing to do with it. This is just nobody else wants to play.
Right.
So let's give it to the rookie. They can add it, pad his, resume, which it's like being elected to the NBA All-Star game. It's absolutely pointless. These Pro Bowls, these All-Star games, it's a comedy. So
Yeah,
whatever.
they used to mean something. I remember being a kid and watching them where they actually played. But
Yeah.
yeah.
No, not anymore. No, it's
Yeah.
the NBA. It's the final score of the NBA All-Star game is what, like 230 to 225 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
What a joke! Don't even get me started on the NBA.
Well, that can be another topic for next week because
Yeah.
The trading deadline's coming up for the NBA, and so is the All-Star break, which is when they start playing after the All-Star break. So we'll see. We'll see.
That's when they start playing. Okay.
What was that?
That's when they start playing is after the All-Star break?
Right. Unless you're like, I mean, it seems that way. I mean, from October to January, I mean, the Cavaliers have one of the best records ever. They're not going to do anything.
No, I mean,
they're not going to win anything. They're probably the second, third best team in the East, but they have the best record in the East right now.
Yeah, they do.
So,
but yeah, like you said, nothing really happens till after the All-Star break. Kind of like week 8 in the NFL. Nothing happens till after that anyway. So
we wish, at least I wish, although I wish Josh Allen the best. Although kills the Dolphins, he's 9-1 against the Dolphins. I do hope he gets better. I'm sure his new girlfriend will help him. The actress what's her name? Haley? No, is it Haley? I don't know.
Who cares? Who cares?
Yeah,
he's somewhere warm, right? He's warm right now. He's not in Buffalo. He's somewhere warm right now anyway. So
well, everybody goes to Cancun, right?
Or something. Well, they go someplace warm. They don't stay in Buffalo, that's for sure. I like the wings and everything, but the wings are good, but I ain't staying in Buffalo.
No, I agree with you. All right. I think this next topic is probably over the last year, maybe, the narrative over the last couple of weeks has actually ramped up a bit. How the Kansas City Chiefs are villains now. They used to be the darlings. Now they're the villains. And I can see why, obviously. I mean, you look at the referees, the refs. That's obviously an issue. Obviously, again, I'm not a fan of Taylor Swift, but I understand why people like her. Although I do like that one song. I think it's called. I don't know what the name is. It's "I'm the Problem, It's Me" or something like that. So it says me, I'm the problem. I don't know. If somebody knows that's watching, put it in the comment section because I have no idea what that is. Let's see what else. I mean, they've been winning a lot. Obviously, the last 7 AFC championships. They've been to 4 Super Bowls in 7 years. They've won 3 of them. They lost to Tom Brady, so Mahomes can't be the GOAT, but that's a different discussion. You have Kelsey and his brother getting $100 million from Amazon for their podcast, which I never watched. I'm sure it's good. They're very interesting, somewhat likable. I like Jason more than what's his name? Always forget Kelsey. No,
Travis. Yeah, Travis.
Who?
Travis.
Oh, Travis, right. Yeah. That's why I don't like him because I don't care about him. And then they have the State Farm commercials. Travis was doing Pfizer commercials with the patch.
The breakfast cereal commercials.
Right. So are they over? I mean, the Head and Shoulders commercials. I mean, come on. Are they oversaturated? Is that why people are? I mean, what do you think?
Oversaturation. One Kelsey is good enough. It's like the Mannings. Nobody wants to see Eli in commercials. Nobody does. Stick with Peyton. He's the good one. He's the funny one. Jason, Kelsey, he's the funny one. Stick with him. The chunky soup commercials, hysterical. No one wants to see Eli or Travis. That's just how I look at it. So if you're gonna have a Manning over a Kelsey, stick with the good ones. Stick with Peyton. Stick with Jason.
See, I'm old enough
Although
to
Peyton, I was gonna say Peyton's getting a little. What did I say to him the other day? Instead of he's Peyton Manning, he's irritating Manning.
Yeah.
He's getting a little much, but the money's right.
Oh, I bet it is. I bet it is. I'm old enough to remember when Travis Kelce had his own dating show, like The Bachelorette or The Bachelor, excuse me. It was on E! Entertainment.
No.
And that's when I started not liking him. He was annoying. I was like, I know he's great. Don't get me wrong. I think he's great. One of the greatest. Top 3, top 5, maybe top 2. But
he has a dating show. Wow.
Yeah, he had his own. I think it was on E! Entertainment.
I'm glad I missed that. I'm very glad I missed that. Yep.
I wish I did too. And it's sad that I remember it too. So that's the worst part about it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me give you a side. Do you watch First Things First?
No.
Okay, so it's on Fox Sports 1. It's with Nick Wright, Kevin, and Brew. I forget their first names. Well, Kevin's first name. He's actually a Patriots fan. You'd like him.
Okay.
Nick Wright is a diehard Kansas City Chiefs fan.
Okay.
And I remember the days where the commentators didn't wear their team on their sleeves. Like, you might know they're a fan, but they're not being fanatics, being fan-dumb on their own show.
Yeah.
And I never not disliked the Chiefs until I started watching that show. That guy he's a great talent for sports. Like, he knows the history of sports. Very talented guy. But if I could give him one advice, dude, stop talking about the Chiefs and stop defending everything they do and stop being arrogant. Yeah, they're winning. But you know what? For a long time, they didn't win dick.
Yeah.
Or anything. I'm not sure I can say that.
Yeah, no. Well, they might have won it, but they didn't. They were not a successful franchise for an extremely long time. But I mean, on the other hand, you got to give them credit. Capitalize on it while you can, because Mahomes ain't going to be there forever. Andy Reid's maybe got 2 more years in him max, and then they're going to shit the fan like everybody else. I mean, they're never going to be 20 years. It's never going to be that long. I mean, Mahomes might be great for another 5-6 years, but enjoy it while you can. That's all I'm going to say.
I always wondered, and I know Mahomes is good, but he went to a team that actually made the playoffs back-to-back years before he became the starter.
Mm-hmm.
So he came into a great environment, great coach, great team. I wish we could go back in time and have him go play for the Carolina Panthers.
Or if Alex Smith had stayed the starting QB, what would they have done? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, I want to see him without Andy Reid.
Without all the accoutrement around him. Yeah, absolutely.
Go play with, like I said, go to the Panthers. They've had 4 coaches since they started winning 7 years.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's either 3 or 4 coaches, which the owner's still paying them because it gave them crazy contracts. But that's, again, a whole different story. Why do you think, besides what I've said, why they're a villain?
I don't really consider them villains per se. I mean, it's a nice little tagline to get people to click on stuff. Are they hated? I think 2 of the more hated teams are in the Super Bowl. I mean, Philly, because nobody likes their fan base, and Kansas City, because nobody likes their fan base either, because it's either Swifties or Mahomes or Mahomes fanatics who like to sound like Kermit the Frog. So I mean, it's two groups that I don't think many people like. So I think it's a good setup. But the villains, no, I mean they're just the team to beat. Unfortunately, I mean whether it's the refs, whether it's Josh Allen has a broken hand in the second half of the AFC Championship, or whatever the case may be. Are they villains? I guess it fits. It's a good narrative. Hell, it's got us talking about it, but I don't really consider them villains. I just don't like them. I just don't like them.
Fair enough. What do you think of the narrative of the talking head saying it's because we're all jealous of their success?
Oh, well, speaking to a Patriots fan,
yeah, I mean, you
don't think
know this because you had a 20-year run.
I don't think anybody hated the Patriots as much as people hate Kansas City. I mean, well, actually, no, actually they did. Well, the only person that hated the Patriots was Roger Goodell. I don't think anyone else really hated the Patriots as much as Roger Goodell hated watching them win. Thus, Spygate, Deflategate, every stupid freaking gate you can imagine.
Right.
And yet they still won in spite of that guy. Yeah, there's a lot to be said for when you're successful, everybody wants to take you down. I mean, that's true in any sport. So can they do it as long as New England? I would bet any amount of money that they won't. Not even close to what New England did over the course of 20 years.
And off topic, in the 21st century, what dynasty was the most liked or the most likable?
Most likable?
Yeah. Because you have the Patriots. Oh, we're not just talking. We're talking professional sports, not Connecticut and Alabama and Georgia. Like not college. Just
pros.
I can think of the Red Sox had a dynasty early. They won 3.
Yeah.
The San Francisco Giants won 3 in 5 years.
Yeah.
The Warriors won 4.
Yeah.
The Patriots won 7.
Yeah. Or 6.
Yeah. And then you have the Chiefs that have won 3.
I'd say the Red Sox.
Speaking from a Red Sox fan, really?
Well, no. Well, 1 for breaking the curse of 86 years.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
2, coming back from 3, zip down to the Yankees. Number 3, the whole Boston Marathon bombing and David Ortiz standing out in the middle of center field saying, "This is our fucking city." The idiots, what do they call them? Chicken and beer idiots with Johnny Damon and stuff like that, and Kevin Millar, Pedro Martinez with his little dude that he had that hung around with him. I can't think of his name. They were a likable group of guys. You didn't have the A-Rod slapping the ball out of a guy's glove. You didn't have, I would say probably the Red Sox would probably be the most likable dynasty because there wasn't anything bad about them. There was no drama. There was no investigations. And they weren't cocky assholes,
Yeah. I just remember them having lots of hair everywhere.
There was a ton of hair.
Yeah.
Pedro had some serious soul glow, Jerry curl shit going on. But I mean, he was one of the most dominant pitchers for 5 years. I mean, I think what are the stats I saw? He had over 300 strikeouts in a season and didn't pitch 300 innings. Like what? Under 300 innings, over 300 strikeouts. He had like a 1.29 ERA with something ridiculous, like 170 strikeouts. Kid was a stud.
No, he was. I agree with that.
And you had Manny coming out of the green monster because he had to urinate
in
the middle of the play. Yeah.
All right. So you say the Red Sox, and it's hard to disagree with that because they did break the curse. They did come back for 3-0 or against the Yankees. They hated Yankees because up until that point, and I left the Yankees out because they were dynasty earlier in the 21st century. It started in the late 90s, but it kind of carried over as well. I'm going to say the Warriors. I mean, who hates the Warriors? Well, I can say the Giants, San Francisco Giants, but nobody knows who the Giants are.
Yeah, most people only know maybe Buster Posey and
Tim Lincecum,
the kid that looks like Mitch from Dazed and Confused. Yeah.
And then you have Baumgartner, and then we have the man of the hour, 3
Don't,
home runs.
don't.
And what happened? Who picked him up again?
Well, yeah, we
Oh,
picked
the
up.
Red
Well,
Sox. That's
yeah,
right.
but he took out the first baseman's eye when the belt buckle exploded off his belt. So yeah, we couldn't keep him anymore. Although John Henry said he had 12% body fat, which was hysterical. Maybe in his pinky he had 12% body fat.
Right, exactly.
But yeah,
Exactly.
yes,
I
Pablo.
mean, who hates Steph? No one hates Steph Curry. Maybe
I
you.
can't.
I know
Oh,
you
I
do.
can't. Yeah.
Well, you hate the
I don't.
Warriors. No,
I
no,
hate the Warriors.
you hate the Warriors because they beat Boston. To be fair, they beat
No,
Boston in the finals.
no. Listen, if
And
you
you
beat
hate
us,
the Warrior fans.
I hate the Warrior fans.
Right.
Those yellow stupid shirts they were wearing back in like 2015 or 2016, where everybody was wearing them. Ba, 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 ba. Haven't seen a yellow T-shirt in shit. What, 6 years?
No, you saw one 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I didn't see
and
those
then
yellow.
they stopped wearing it again.
I didn't see those yellow shirts because they didn't fit the people that bought them 4 years
That's
earlier,
fair.
and they didn't fit them anymore.
That's
So
fair.
yeah.
That is fair. All right, we went way off on that one. All right, next. Did you hear what Cam Newton said today on First Take?
I did, and it's an interesting take. I'd take a Super Bowl over an MVP.
Okay, which one are we talking about? So there was 2 crazy ones, I thought. Yes. I mean, it kind of fits his personality.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I mean, again, I did say to Holiday Inn Express, I'm not a psychiatrist, but he seems like he's full of himself.
Well, he was just on that.
Look at his hats. Look at his wardrobe. Look at his videos when he's trying to get back in. He was videoing like everybody does at the gym. Ooh, look at me. I'm coming back. I'm the man.
He was a beast. He
for
was
like 3 seasons.
He was
maybe 4.
He's still a big dude.
No, he's a huge dude.
What is he, 6'4", 260 or something like that? He's a monster. But he was on that reality show, the Navy SEAL reality show, so he's trying to get his name back in the news.
Yeah.
And all I heard about was the MVP Super Bowl trade. I didn't hear about the other one.
Well, I just thought of another one. So, what would you rather have, an MVP or a Super Bowl ring?
Super Bowl ring.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially as a quarterback.
Yeah,
dude, you're almost not guaranteed to get to the Hall of Fame, but you're in the running.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, I mean, I would take team success over individual success unless I was playing golf or tennis.
Well, yeah, then
a racquetball or something.
The Ryder, if you're on the Ryder Cup team, you'd want team success, right? Come on,
right, exactly.
And I don't know of any team sports in tennis, but
I find it hard to believe that anybody would say I would rather have an MVP. I mean, look at Lamar Jackson. He's about to have 3. I bet you he'd rather have a Super Bowl.
Absolutely. But let me ask you this: would Cam Newton have been on TV had he not said something stupid like that?
Oh, so you're saying he's doing it for clicks? Clickbait. I mean, we're talking about him. To be fair, we are talking about him.
Yeah, he's got us talking about him. So, I mean, stupid is as stupid does, Jenny. And people say stupid stuff all the time.
I can tell you, I bet you Dan Marino would give his MVP trophy back for a ring.
In a heartbeat.
Then he wouldn't be in Little Nicky begging the devil.
Or Ace Ventura.
Hey, you let Joe Namath win one. He was coming here anyway.
Exactly. Right, exactly. Right. Little Nicky, well done. Damn.
All right. So he actually said 3, not today. He said 2 dumb things today. We already talked about one. The second thing he said today, and I want to make sure I'm quoting this correctly. So
getting it, yeah.
You
don't want to misquote the guy.
Yeah,
don't want to misquote him. Do not misquote him.
Because I'm sure he's watching and he's going to want to. Yeah. So he said, crap, where did I put it? I hate when I do this. Where did it go? Gotta love live. live from Lake of the Pines.
I'll keep him entertained. Yeah, I'll keep him entertained. Yeah.
So basically, and I'll paraphrase here, he said the reason why Jerry Jones hired Schottenheimer is that he wants the Cowboys to tank so they can draft Archie Manning. It's Arch Manning, right?
Yeah.
It's not Archie.
Really?
I think it's Arch Manning, and hire Nick Saban as their head coach because Schottenheimer is one and done.
Well, then why would you just keep McCarthy for one more year? Just keep McCarthy for one more year.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, why make this whole to-do? You know, if that's that's wow. That's Carl Everett. That's Carl Everett. Yeah, we didn't land on the moon. Carl Everett type stuff right there. Okay.
Exactly.
Good for him.
Or better yet, the world is flat.
So they're going to hire Nick Saban, draft Manning.
Yes, they're tanking. That's why they're tanking this year because I think Arch has 2 more years.
So okay, so they think they're going to be worse than Carolina, New England, or the Giants.
Well, I mean, they don't have a running back. Granted, they could draft one. The offensive line's not good. Their defense is at best top 27. They can't.
So bottom five. So bottom five.
Yeah, exactly. They can't stop the run. I mean, I can't imagine Jerry Jones wanting to tank for anything.
No. He's got
because he wants to keep that $8 billion, $9 billion, whatever they're so-called worth. The Cowboys.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. He only wants to increase it. More talky about them.
Wow. That's a
hell of a statement. Even Stephen A was like, whoa,
shit.
And that's Stephen A. He said some dumb shit.
Yeah. Yep.
Even I can't think of that crap. What the hell?
So and Nick Saban is going to be the head coach of the Cowboys, which I mean I could see that. I could see Saban embracing that, the whole pomp and circumstance.
Nick Saban wants power. He could not work with Jerry Jones at all.
Yeah, but I could see him enjoying the whole pomp and circumstance of being the Cowboys head coach. No other head coach position would work for him other than the Cowboys because it's the Alabama of the NFL, at least in his head, and definitely in Jerry's head. But do you want to be the Alabama of the NFL anymore? Because Alabama didn't look so good this year, and I don't see them getting any better with NIL happening. So
no, I agree with that. All right, here's the third thing he said. He just said today. He said it. I think he said it either a couple days ago or last week. He said that if oh crap, Manning.
Arch Manning.
No. The Giants quarterback, Peyton Manning's brother. That's what I always call him. Eli. Thank you. I always call him Peyton Manning's brother. If he's getting a yellow jacket, then he better be in there too. Meaning Cam Newton said, "Wait, if Eli's getting into the Hall of Fame, I better get my yellow jacket as well." And that was
all. That's cute.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. We'll give you one. It'll be bright yellow. It won't be the same color. But we'll just. How about we take a collection together? We get a really cute yellow jacket, and we send it to him. Yeah, and we send it to him and say, "This is the closest you're going to get, big boy." I don't know his jacket size, but I'm assuming it's rather large. But we can get enough money together to send one over to him. I think. Go down to the local Goodwill, find something. There's no way he's getting one.
No. Remember Chad Ochocinco on a Thursday night or Monday night game had that Hall of Fame jacket on the sidelines? Mm-hmm. Maybe we can see if Chad will give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, let him borrow it for a little while. I don't think it'll fit, but I mean, yeah, sure, let him try it on.
Yeah. Although he was an MVP and he was, from a fantasy football standpoint, for a couple of years, man. Absolutely. But I think he ruined his Hall of Fame chances when in the Super Bowl against the Broncos, when he fumbled the ball and he made a business decision
And
not
walked
to
away.
jump on it. He was like,
Walked away. Yep.
he's like, what? I ain't going down there. No,
Nuh-uh.
no.
It's only
I
the
think
Super
that's
Bowl.
I think that honestly is what's going to keep him out.
And I think that comes back to the whole he'd rather have an MVP than a Super Bowl.
That's right.
I think we just summed him up in two scenarios right there. So,
All right, no more Cam talk. No more Cam talk. All right. Let's see here. What do we got here? Okay, we kind of talked about this last night, but I wanted to bring it up because I left somebody out. In no particular order, because I hate fighting over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who do you think are the top 5 in any order head coaches in the NFL? Not like since it started. Well, since the merger, I should say.
Oh, so all time. Well, since 1966. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Ooh.
Well, I mean, one. He was a Patriot. Now
yeah. I'm not going to put him number.
UNC.
Yeah, he's going to be in there. Shula, Landry.
Landry, yeah.
I mean, you got to put Andy Reid in there just because he's one.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not though. I'm trying to think who the coach was of the Steelers back then.
Chuck Noll.
Thank you. Right on the tip of my tongue.
Yep.
I
didn't think about him. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh God, Cowboy coach, Lego hair.
Jimmy Johnson.
Thank you, God. Yeah, there's a lot of really good head coaches. To put 5 together, you're going to be fighting over them because I mean you can come up with 10 that are like really, really. It's like saying who's the best basketball player of all time. You can argue over that when you try and limit it down to 5. I mean, Jimmy Johnson, they were real good for a long time. Belichick, good for a long time, but a lot of people say that's because of Tom Brady, including Ted Johnson. Says it was 10% Belichick, 90% everybody else.
Well, I mean, Belichick kind of said that yesterday when he said they should change the Lombardi Trophy to the Brady Trophy.
Well, that was just a good deflection on his part.
That's fair.
Yeah, Chuck Noll. I mean, Don Shula, obviously. I mean, he's got the most wins. I like Landry because I just like the way the guy looked. With the hat and he dressed. He looked the part. So that's a good question.
What about Joe Gibbs?
Gibbs? Joe Gibbs?
The first time, not the second time.
Okay.
Because the second time he was with Daniel Snyder and nobody won with him.
Yeah. So, you're talking with the John Riggins days back in.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Was that? Yeah. No, I mean he was good. I wouldn't put him in the top 5 though.
Really?
No.
What about Lombardi? I'll just throw that up before I go back to Gibbs.
Well, I mean, Lombardi, you're going to throw it in there just because his name's on the trophy and, everything he's done. Do I think he's a top 5 coach? Probably not.
Right.
But, I mean, Gibbs, no, I wouldn't put him in the top 5, no.
He's the only head coach to win with 3 different quarterbacks a Super Bowl.
Oh, good for him.
Doug Williams, Mark Ripken, and Jay Schrader. Don Shula only won with Greasy. Belichick only won with
Brady. Jimmy Johnson. What about Jimmy Johnson?
Johnson only won with Aikman. Well, yep. Andy Reid is the only one with Mahomes. Chuck Noll has only won with Bradshaw. And Landry only won with Staubach.
Really?
That's why I think Joe Gibbs is the top 5, because it's pretty hard to win with 3 different quarterbacks over a 12-year period.
Well, I mean, my question then would be, I mean, Jay Schrader. I mean, really? They must have had, I don't know who else was on that team with him, but it had to have been pretty darn good, like Art Monk and all those guys.
Sanders was on there. Yep.
I mean, Mark Rippen's a decent quarterback, but Jay Schrader, not many people even know who the hell you're talking about if we bring up Jay Schrader.
He married Al Davis's daughter.
Okay, well, there's the 6
Weekend.
degrees.
I'm not
6
sure.
degrees of
I'm not sure they're
separation.
still married now, but he,
6 degrees of separation. Okay. I mean, no. I mean, you prove you give a pretty good case there, but I still wouldn't. I mean,
and that's who I forgot last night when we were talking.
Gotcha.
That's why I wanted to bring it up again because
Yeah.
when we got off the podcast, I walked in and I went, God damn it, I forgot
Gibbs.
about Joe Gibbs. It's wrong with me. I'm not a Joe Gibbs fan, but the fact that he won 3 quarterbacks to me is, I think, incredible because nobody else has done it.
Well, yeah. No,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. That's a good point. I still don't think he's top 5 though.
All right. We're going to sum this up in a couple of minutes. A couple of things I want to bring up. Today there was 2 hole-in-ones on at Pebble Beach on number 7. Rory and what was the other guy's name?
Shane Lowry. Rory's was better.
Aren't they both Irish?
Yeah. Well, yeah, Northern Ireland and Ireland. Yeah, but
Cheers, way to go.
Bing bang. Rory's was better because he dunked it.
Did a hole-in-one as a hole-in-one. I don't care if he hit off the freaking tree and found one.
Yeah, hey, but listen, if you don't even touch the green, you just aimel it from tee to cup, as opposed to
that's pretty impressive. I agree with that.
But I mean,
I got a birdie on 7 on Saturday.
Different 7.
Real close, dude. Real close. Almost. I thought it was going to be a hole-in-one. The kids thought it was going to be a hole-in-one. I was all. I held my breath. I was all.
Oh, yeah, it's a different 7 though. It's not the same 7.
No, it's not the same 7. No.
Pebble Beach and LOP.
It's Lake Pine 7.
Yeah, a little different.
A lot closer.
One's 86, one's 89 yards, and one's like 196. Yeah. Either way, you hit the same club they did. You hit a wedge, they hit a wedge from 196, probably.
Yes. That is good. And I know you'll enjoy this one. We're saving the best for last. The best for last. Guess what happened 10 years ago today?
The greatest defensive play in Super Bowl history. Or the dumbest offensive play call in Super Bowl history, depending on what coast you're on.
I think it's the greatest defensive play, or one of them, greatest defensive play in Super Bowl history.
From a guy that was never heard from again.
Yeah, wasn't he benched a couple of Super Bowls later against the Eagles?
Yep, and I think he went to Carolina after that, and no one ever heard from him again. Malcolm Butler, you the man, the myth, the legend.
Perfect. All right, man. I really appreciate you joining again. I can't wait till next week's.
Thanks for having me, man. Good times. Good times.
Yeah, absolutely. And for everybody listening, thank you for listening. I'm going to be doing this, or we're going to be doing this Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Sometimes long form, sometimes short form, like today. Although it's 45 minutes, that's not very short. If you're on YouTube, like it. If you're on X or Twitter, give me a like, maybe a retweet. I don't think you call them re-X's, do they? I think they're still retweets, right?
Yeah, I think it's retweet. Yeah.
If you're on Twitch or Facebook, hit that like, share it with your friends. We're the Art Vigil Show. Chris Larkin, thanks again. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next Tuesday.
All right. See you at the bar.
Yes, you will.
Don't say